Okay, Laura, we're going to review today's lesson. It is January 13th, and we're working on a couple new things here, so I want you to take this, a little bit one at a time. Today I briefly mentioned that I want you to try to, what you're doing here, what you're practicing here is really good. Boy, if you can snap those wrists down, look at that. I mean, look at the arm leading there. If you look at any of your old videos, that it doesn't look anything like that. That's exactly to the inch what I'm trying to get you to do. That's the way you hit down on a golf ball. Your left arm and the club are one straight line when your hands are at your left side here. Okay? So we're trying to eliminate this big wide throw out of the club head from the top. And that's why you hit this ball, that divot you're making is a good idea. Okay, so we got some other stuff we're doing too, but mostly we're trying to get you to snap your wrist, but snap your wrist narrow. Do you know what I mean? Not out so far away from you. And I won't trace it here, but when we traced this today, it was 10 times better. This is the general golf 101, really, ball striking 101, how to hit down on the ball. And if you keep that wide throw at the club, you're always going to be hit and miss. So the other thing we mentioned was try to stay centered as much as possible. Try to stay in there, the sternum right over the golf ball. Try not to let too much of your weight sway to the right. If you watch your right foot and you watch your right knee, it straightens and it gets outside. You've actually got your weight back here right now. I really want to keep you over the ball more. Then we're going to pull it, and today we said we're going to pull the handle at the ball. I can't tell you how much better that is. And this is this is not really causing a problem. It could be a so what in your swing. I mean, Tiger does it. Jordan Spieth does it. It's not like it's, Annika Sorenstam did some of it. So it's not like it's a thing. But this is really, really encouraging. The fact that you're starting to feel that your hands are a little bit ahead of the club like this when you hit down. I could show you every one of my models. I'll just pick any at random here. And you'll see what I mean. Again, like ball striking 101. Address, impact. See that? You see the relationship here? Hands are a couple inches in front of the ball. Shaft is leaning this way. That's the only way you can hit down. Look at his right palm of his right hand. It's facing the ground. Look at the palm of your right hand. It's facing the ground. And the club is, for the first time ever in your golfing hobby life, is leaning a little bit forward. And that's why you took some turf with this shot. Now the rest of it, of course, is snap the wrist and follow through with the body. So you have so much less come up than you used to. I want you to stay centered on the ball, though. When you hit balls this week, you're going to try to actually set your wrist earlier. That will narrow it down too. Don't let it go out, even on your backswing. Don't let it go out this wide. It'll help you stay centered. See, if you swing it out wide like that, it's going to take you with it. And that's what we want to eliminate. But this is encouraging. This is what you're learning to do. It's even wider than your practice swing was, of course, but it's still better. If you look back on any of your old videos, by now you already had the club thrown down to here. And that's what we're teaching you to do, is hit down on the ball. This is, this is the right way to do this, not a Band-Aid. So that's the most important one. And then, we did the snap drill, right? We did the feet. See, once you pull it down, it gets that downswing narrower, like we were talking about. So if the backswing goes like this and the downswing comes in narrower by your by pulling it down a little bit, then you snap it straight down at the ball there, you're going to get your distance and you're going to be able to take some turf with the ball. And it's just a matter of finishing with a turn. Keep turning, keep turning, keep your belt buckle, your center going to the target. Turn, snap those wrists again, like really uncock them and recock them on the side. And that's going to get us some power like you're doing with your driver. Make sure that grip stays over. Don't let that sneak back. You still need that strong left-hand grip. Okay? But I am encouraged because you're sticking with the hardest part here. It's like there's always a hump to get over, and if you get right by this one, which is learning to hit down on the ball, you're going to, the returns will be they'll be exponential, as they say. A little long going back. The only reason I suggest maybe we shorten is I just feel like, your arms go back, your hands go back a little further, not up. And then you pull the handle at the ball and snap the wrist. Just let that club fly. Actually, to tell you the truth, when I look at this, I should have done this from the side too, but I said you can be free to swing the club head here, but I still have to have you swinging it narrower. Like, you know what I mean? It's still out there pretty wide. So even though we're not pulling down maybe like we would an iron, I still want you to feel like your hands get in close to the body. And if you get this gap out of here, which you don't have with your irons now, then you're not going to hit those heel hits. Every time you hit the heel, you have to realize that your hands are that much further out than where you started. It's going to hit the heel. Okay? So you just want to keep snapping, but snapping with the arms kind of in. That'll get you off the heel hits, because the golf club is designed such that anything that hit off the heel is going to go that way. And anything hit off the toe too much is going to go that way, but you're not hitting hooks. So I'm worried about the heel hits from the hands getting that far out. And that's part of this narrow thing again. So even though we're swinging the club head more so than on the feeling on the irons, it still has to be done narrow, nice and close to you. And when you did get a few out there, you really hit them solid too, even with your 7-iron. So good job. Good. Keep up the good work.